Okay, so we come to some problems involving surds, and we want to read the problem using star again. And really, the first step is really to search the question to see whether you have anything that will help you answer this question. So the first one over here is the triangle is such that its area is 3 minus square root 2 cm squared, and the length of its base is square root 2 minus 1 cm. Without using its calculator, find its height in the form of a plus b square root 2 cm, where a and b are integers. So your goal is to find the height. So from the question, your goal is to find the height, and the height must be in this form. So the height, and it must be in this form. Okay, let me just highlight it a bit better here. Oh. Okay, so this is the goal. Now you have the area. So usually I'll just write some scribbles. So you have the area here, and I have the length of its base, and I know that area of triangle is equals to half times base times height. Okay, and since I have the base, I have the area, and I have the height in terms of a plus b square root 2, I essentially have an equation that I can use. So I'm going to write it down, and so my goal is to find the height. I mean, since there's an equation, I kind of seems like I can use some form of surds, right? And I think I could possibly have an equation. You may not know what you're going to do with it, but it's no harm to write the equation down first. So the area of the triangle is equals to half times base times height. Okay, we're going to replace the area of triangle with what the question gave us is 3 minus square root 2, and the half times the base is square root 2 minus 1 times the height, but the height is in terms of a plus b square root 2. Now looking at this equation, one thing should come to mind: equality of surds. Why? Because you're going to use equality of surds to help you solve it, because number one, you have two unknowns. Having two unknowns is not easy to solve. Unless you have one unknown, then that would be simple. But because you have two unknowns and you have an equation, it will be good to use an equality of surds to solve this. So what we're going to do is going to simplify the right hand side. So we know that, okay, we're going to simplify the right hand side, and we will have, this would give me half square root 2. Oh, actually just disregard the half first. Yeah, let's disregard the half. So half times square root 2 minus 1 times a plus b square root 2. Okay, I'm going to just write this in terms of a plus b. So half, okay, we will have a square root 2 plus this, it gives me 2b minus a minus b square root 2. And then if you want to bring the half, you can, but I would not want to do that. You can also write this over here, but what I would like to do is to multiply the half, multiply 2 on both sides, okay, to kind of maintain the balance, right? So in fact, I'm going to multiply 2 to both sides of the equation. Why? Because I want to get rid of the half, like this annoying half here, because having an annoying half doesn't really work out. Yep, this annoying half guy here. So since we do that, we will have 6 minus 2 square root 2, and I'll get rid of the half of that. Then I can kind of simplify the left hand side easily. So we will have 2b minus a, and from here we have plus a square root 2 minus b square root 2. Not exactly where I want it to be yet, so I'm going to kind of write the right hand side in the same fashion. So I have 2b minus a plus a minus b. I'm going to factorize out square root 2, and hence we can see that 6 will then be equals to this guy, and negative 2 is equals to this guy over here. So we can say, from comparing the surds, since they are equal, we can make two conclusions. Number one, 2b minus a is equals to 6. The next is a minus b is equals to negative 2. Simply a is equals to b minus 2, and we can, this is a very simple linear simultaneous linear equations. So we can sub 2 into 1. See, you don't have to worry about the end game, but essentially you will find a and b. Why do we need find a and b? Because we need that information to find the height. So over here we will have 2b minus b minus 2 equals to 6. Okay, remember, please be very careful with how you sub your simultaneous equations. And we have 2b minus b plus 2 equals 6. we have b equals to 6 minus 2, so b is equals to 4. Subsequently, you can sub b equals to 4 into equation 2 to find a. So a is equals to 4 minus 2, and a is equals to 2. So now we need to answer the question. Therefore, its height is 2 plus 4 square root 2 cm. So that's about it for work example 8, where we solve problems involving surds. That will be all. See ya.